Another win for Iran in World Cup qualifying. On today's episode, we will recap and analyze Iran's match against the UAE and share some final thoughts. You know the deal, and you know what time it is. It's time for Team Melli Talk. The boys were ready to take care of business. Hey everyone, welcome back to Team Melli Talk. We know what you want, so let's get right to Iran's starting lineup against the UAE. Once again, getting the start in goal, Ali Reza Bayranvand. Now for the back line, Mohammadi, Khalilzadeh, Kanani, Hardani. Now for the defensive midfielders, Izzatullahi and Nurafkan. The attacking midfielders, Gaidi, Goldus, Jahanbash. Up top, Mehdi Taremi. 4 changes in Amir Ghalanoi's starting lineup. Now let's check out some sights and sounds of Iran's victory over the UAE. The pattern continued as Iran once again picked up a victory against the UAE. With the win and another 3 points, Iran remains in second place in Group A, tied with Uzbekistan on points, but it's the Uzbeks that have a better goal difference. 2 matches so far, 2 victories for Iran, 2 clean sheets for Alireza Bayramvand, 6 points for Iran. Head coach Amir Ghalanoui has got to be feeling upbeat. Now look, I'll be one of the first to admit that it is difficult to please Iranian football fans. And even though Iran was victorious 1-0 over the UAE, the general opinion about this match was negative once again. When we take a look at the stats, we see that the UAE had more possession and more accurate passes. Both teams had the same amount of shots, but Iran had more shots on target. When looking back at this match, it is clear that the UAE has not changed a whole lot since 2022 World Cup qualifying. After Iran took the lead late in the first half, the strategy in the second half was to get players behind the ball, press the UAE backline occasionally, and try to extend the lead on the counterattack. Iran's message to the UAE was simple. If you are going to beat us, you will do it by starting moves from the back, stringing together numerous passes, and winning 1v1 battles. To be fair, there were a lot of times in this match when Iran was unable to put together a lot of passes. We also saw a lot of clearances, and we also saw some giveaways. But it is important to point out that these giveaways from Iran were not taking place in their half of the pitch. Compared to what we saw in the match against Kyrgyzstan, Iran was much more alert, and we saw a better sense of urgency. Next, let's talk about 2 players that didn't have a great performance against the UAE. Mehdi Taremi and Sardar Azmoun. Starting with Taremi, he had a good opportunity to score early in the first half. He should have buried a cross from Hardani in the 68th minute, and of course, we cannot forget his miss in front of the net in the 77th minute. After coming on as a sub, Azmoun had some opportunities to add to his goal tally, but his biggest mistake by far was when he missed a wide-open Ali Golizadeh on a counter-attack opportunity. As time was winding down in this match, Ghalanoui changed his formation from a 4-3-3 to a 4-4-2. This was when Iran started to park the bus by playing with a deeper line. I know what Amir Ghalanoui was doing, but dropping your backline deeper means creating more space for your opponent and becoming more exposed on the flanks. As I mentioned earlier, the general opinion about this match was negative, but Iran looked better in comparison to the match against Kyrgyzstan, and getting 3 points on the road is always a positive in World Cup qualifying. Overall, this was a good result for Team Melli. Now for the man of the match, this was an easy decision, Mehdi Gaidi. Going into this match, I remember talking to my good friend Roy Kaviani, and he wasn't very optimistic because of how Iran played against Kyrgyzstan. But I remember telling him that Iran would play better because this match would be played on a normal pitch and we would see more cases of individual brilliance. We saw exactly that with Mehdi Gaidi late in the first half when he outmuscled his opponent before putting the ball into the back of the net. This was only one case of individual brilliance, but it was enough to get the 3 points for Iran. And a special thank you to my good friend Farzad Asgharzadeh for providing us with some awesome match footage. Now to finish off this edition of Team Melli Talk, the elephant in the room has got to be addressed. And I am talking about decisions made by Amir Ghalanoui. Salman Ghodus was in the starting lineup for Iran against Kyrgyzstan and against the UAE. Alireza Jahanbakhsh came on as a sub against Kyrgyzstan and was in the starting lineup against the UAE. The problem is that both of these players currently are not playing any club football. Meanwhile, Alayar Saadmanesh has been on top form for Westerlo in the top flight of football in Belgium. But as we saw, Saadmanesh did not play in either match for Iran. The bottom line is that Amir Ghalanoui doesn't reward hard work, and this is the wrong message to send.